teacher to help kids that are sick because he's an active learner.
If Miss Hamilton wasn't a teacher, she would be a lawyer.
Mrs. Simmons might be a burger seller or a swimming teacher, and she's just the best teacher in the world.
I think if Miss Burr wasn't a teacher, I think she'd be an author, a babysitter. I think Miss Hosher would be a fashion designer because she loves bright colours. I think Miss Hosher would work in a dress shop because she's very good at designing things.
Miss Morton would be a taxi driver if she wasn't a teacher, and also I think she might enjoy being a ferry driver. If Miss Patrick wasn't a teacher, then I think she would be an artist because she does beautiful art, and it's really, I reckon it's really her thing.
I think my teacher would work with plants.
I think Miss Buckingham will be a firefighter. She wasn't a teacher.
I think she would like to be a vet person because she gets to help people and she likes dogs and cats and animals.
I think she'll be a doctor.
I think Mrs. McLeod would like to be an artist.
Miss Hamilton would be a detective if she was not a teacher. And also, she's the best teacher in the world. Miss Mitchell and Miss Hamilton are the best teachers in the world.
Help other teachers be a teacher.
A dentist. I think my teacher, Miss Morton, will be a nurse.
An hairdresser. A coach.
I think because she really likes her dog Sundance and McDuck, so she'd be something to do with like a dog walker or a vet or a pet sitter or something.
I think Miss Hosher could be an artist because she loves lots of colour and she does a lot of art.
Probably a doctor. She might write books. If Mrs. Fruin wasn't a teacher, she would be a mom, and we think she would be a podcaster because she likes reading books aloud.
I think that Mr. Sean would be a great car salesman because he is a really good influencer.
I think Miss Simmons will be a doctor so she can help people.
If Miss B wasn't a teacher, he would be a rugby league player.
Maybe he would be a rugby league coach.
I think she will work in an aquarium. I think she will be a doctor. I think she will be a hairdresser.
He would be in the shoe shop. If Miss Mitchell wasn't a teacher, I think she'd be a dog groomer.
I reckon that if Miss Walters wasn't a teacher, she would work somewhere teaching Aboriginal people the language.
Miss Millgate will be good at art because she does lots of drawing and art on the board and things to do our work.
If Miss Ponton wasn't a teacher, I think she'd be a mathematician.
I think if Miss Blythe wasn't a teacher, she might be a health worker.
If Miss Patrick wasn't a teacher, I'd say she would be an artist. So she's an incredible artist and always painting and drawing when we have art classes.
I think Miss Otis will be a dictator because she has good leadership, or she would be something to do with art because she's a very good artist.
I think when Miss Blythe wasn't a teacher, I think she might be a shopping keeper. Miss Mitchell would work as a dress shop. I think Miss Millgate would be a police if she wasn't a teacher.
If Mrs. McLeod wasn't a teacher, I would think she was a fireman or something.
Maybe a doggy daycare or something like that because she really does like dogs.
If Miss Peterson wasn't a teacher, I think she should be a zookeeper.
If Miss Bath wasn't a teacher, I reckon she'd be either a gymnastics coach or a swimming coach.
I know that Miss Bahatko was once a pirate in a Wiggle show, so maybe that's what she would do if she wasn't a teacher.
I didn't think Miss McLeod was a teacher. She would be a policeman.
I think she would be a doctor. I think she'd be a principal.
If Mr. Lloyd wasn't our science teacher, I think he would be a good astronaut.
I think if Miss Hall wasn't a principal, I reckon she would be working at a bank.
Miss Herbert would be a builder.
I reckon that if Miss Moon wasn't a band teacher, she'd probably be in a band.
I think if Miss Parson wasn't a teacher, I think she'd be a great principal.
If my teacher, Miss Mitchell, wasn't a teacher, I think she'll be a chef or maybe a helper's president.
A daycare teacher.
I think Miss Hamilton would be good at being a puppy breeder.
If Mrs. Bahatko was not a teacher, I think she would be a dance teacher.
I think Miss Blaine would be a singer if she wasn't a teacher because she sings all the time to our class.
Miss Mitchell would be either a chef or a musician.
If Miss Frewen wasn't a library teacher, she would be an illustrator. If Miss Herbert wasn't a school teacher here, but she still works here, she'll either be security here or a helper teacher.
If Mrs. Hushell wasn't a teacher, I think she would be a card maker.
If Mr. Lowe wasn't a teacher, I think he would run a science lab doing technology.
If Miss Sink wasn't a teacher, I think she'll be a doctor.
If Miss Hall wasn't our school principal, she would be a very good bushwalker. I think Miss Wheeler would be an inspirational or motivational speaker if she wasn't a teacher.
If Miss Parsons wasn't a teacher, I think she would be an athlete.
I think maybe Miss Rose, if she wasn't a teacher, I think she could be a vet. Because she does like animals, except lizards and reptiles, because she doesn't like them. But if she was a vet, I would have been fine with that.
If Miss Bell wasn't a teacher, I think what she would do is probably just watch movies of Captain America and stuff.